I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy.
Welcome all, this
work
is the
hard,
Australian
struggle just to
Indie
be
Wrestling
me.
Show, fellow
Had to
wrestlers,
rise
trainees,
up
event
just so they
support
could
staff,
see
friends,
me.
foes, and everyone in
Did what I had
between.
to do just
If you have
to
a
be
question,
me.
if you have a
Never
topic,
stopped
well, you can send it in to the most watched Australian pro wrestling show on YouTube. That's right, the biggest infotainment show on YouTube with Australian pro wrestling involved. If you're home waiting for the news to happen on a Friday night, well, we're out living it, getting put through ladders and tables, creating it, riding on your so-called friends' coattails. Are you really reporting with journalistic integrity, or you are perpetuating the wrestling incel myth? Joining me tonight with your minute-to-minute news, there is no place better than the Australian wrestling community and the master and commander of the Australian wrestling community, Mr. Michael Lee. It's great to have you drop by, my friend.
It's lovely to be back, guys. I wasn't warned about tables or ladders. Please tell me that I'm not going to be part of that. I thought that was just Don.
Yeah, just me.
No.
Or occasionally Scar. He's barbed wire tables a couple of weeks ago. Dicey.
Yeah, send me into Matthew if you've seen the footage, but it's great to have you, Mr. Lee. And if you need your news up to the minute, there is no better place than the Australian wrestling community. Come rain, hail, and shine, holiday or work, Michael will be there posting the news as it happens. And I got to say, that's where we get all our news for the show. So, Michael, thank you for the support over the last 18 months or so that we've been running this thing.
That doesn't take nothing to be kind, and just I like to. You can't help promote the scene without trying to build everyone up as part of it. So, it's always a pleasure to see you guys.
That should tell you everything you need to know about the man Michael Lee. With a shrug of the shoulders, he's like, let's get on with it. And and to my weekly co-host, the man on the West who can make or break your career in the Western Territories with a stroke of his pen and a copy and paste on the run sheet, it's the Don Morleone. How are you, Don?
I'm great. I don't think I have quite that much sway where I can, stop someone from wrestling anywhere. That comes down to their abilities, I think, at the end of the day. But yes, I am a part of most of Western Australian wrestling. Some more than others at the moment, but I'm always happy to get around whatever's happening in WA to help out as much as I can. If on the show I help out, that's great. If not being on the show helps out, it is what it is.
Well, Don,
good to be here.
Well, you're all over West Australian wrestling. You are all over YouTube tonight, my friend. Do not change the channel. Do not go over to EPW Perth and start watching Evolution just yet. Wait till the end of this show and then go across and watch the Don's tables and ladders chair. Well, just ladders, wasn't it, Don?
Ladders.
Ladders was enough, was it?
More ladders, and then after ladders, there was some more ladders, and they built a bridge with ladders. It was...
Did you get over it?
No, I didn't get over it. It was... I mean, look, you got to watch to see what happens, but there was a shocking ending to that match.
Shocking ending? Well, we might have to talk about that more weeks.
That sent shockwaves across Australian wrestling, in WA at least anyway.
I tell you what, we might have to look at that next week after everyone's done their reviews. And that's right, if you want to start up a review channel, there's no better time than to get on YouTube and to start it up. And TMDK were the big winners, even calling EPW management cowards. Now, was that half kayfabe, half reality there? You saw Mikey Broderick with the belt. He must have beaten Jimmy Hartness by recollection.
And he was so happy about it too. He was
beaming. I think that was the sixth photo they took, and he still wouldn't smile. Hey, they dangled like little toys in front of him, asked him to say cheese and shit.
Squeeze the squeaky toy.
Yeah. Not fucking happening. Hey, not fucking happening. You can't get a smile out of Mikey Broderick, even if you're grabbing his balls. Hey. So, yeah.
Laughing on the inside kind of man, clearly. It's fine.
He is, yeah. Celebrating on the inside is Mikey Broderick. Yeah, a nice pickup there, Michael. You were at Pro Wrestling Power a few weeks ago, Michael.
Pro Wrestling Power Cairns.
Me? No, I definitely
Oh, no,
wasn't.
sorry. That's me.
No.
My bad. That was Power
Yeah.
Suplex Pro Wrestling, wasn't it?
I was, yeah. I was there as I went to Newcastle a few weeks ago in out of town to send off one of their MCs, a fella named Wormy. He's been doing it for about 7 years. Like, he's a very lovable man. And I got wind that they were going to do a few little special things for him. And I thought, like, well, let's give him an actual introduction this time around. So I called up Mr. Tim Wilkes, the general manager of Suplex, and I asked if I could be a part of the event, and we made a lot of fun. I brought some people over from friends from New South Wales who hadn't seen wrestling before, and they were surprised about what I did. They were surprised about the whole crew involved. So it was a wonderful time.
It's Michael Lee growing Australian wrestling. 2 or 3 fans at a time.
Always.
Dragging them on. Big shout out to, what was his name? It's Wormy?
Wormy.
Shout out to Wormy. Hope you enjoy your retirement from wrestling. I hope you had a fun time while you were in it, brother.
Well, I tell you what, speaking
how long
of...
it stays, I don't know. Wrestling retirements and all that. How long it stays, I don't know. He's always going to be doing something. I can promise you that.
Yeah, we're still waiting for David Storm to come back. Speaking of a comeback, we saw a power slap on the weekend. Jack Hager, no comeback involved, knocked out by Mahabi Shera. I hope they got that right. But we also saw Rhea Ripley and Buddy's reaction to the power slap, which was pretty funny. In a bit of downtime they are. And of course, why are we speaking of Rhea and Buddy? Because we'd be talking of Rhea, Buddy, and Selex all together at the Spyda 4-day training camps. So that looks pretty good. Using the AI, do you reckon they'll get in trouble for using the AI like we do, Don? Probably not.
No one's going to mention it because that they're above the station. Yeah,
that's Australian wrestling royalty. You don't do that to them. So yeah, you don't muck around with that, and don't muck around. Get onto that 4-day training Spyda camp because Rhea Ripley, Buddy Murphy, is he going by these days? Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews.
Yeah.
Shows how old I am. And of course, the man Selex, who has reinvented 95% of the Australian wrestling scene with his body biz workouts, and of course, diet plan regime. And of course, if you're not on that, you fucking should be. That's why all your friends are doing better than you.
And if you're not on that, you should be on Progress 365. So it's just the two. So yeah.
Yeah, that's it. There's a few around. Get involved.
You have no excuse to be carrying extra kilos unless you're me, because I don't have any excuses. It's like cake.
But you got that traditional wrestler's dad bod going. So
I'm the territory's fucking wrestler bod right now. You know what I mean? They're all the brand new bodybuilding athlete wrestling bod. You go to Progress and
you're tried and tested, man. You're tried and tested. It's fine.
That's it.
The tried and tested dad bod. And speaking of dad bod, we go to Trash Bag Police, still pointing out what's not the best going around Australian wrestling. For all the stuff you wish you hadn't seen in Australian wrestling. Maybe you caught a bit of CWE on the weekend and it gave you a bit of CTE, and then you had to, just ring up the old trash bag wrestlers and say, hey, get a load of this. Give them a like on.
Did your table spot end up on trash bags or not?
I should have. Hey, I don't think they're watching that hard these days. Hey, so, Chucky Chaos probably sent that in. But it was a big weekend around Australian wrestling. Big Friday night in Melbourne. Well, Malice sold out on Saturday night. That was pretty good. They had to offer extra chairs, so Malice Pro Wrestling is sold out. PCW, of course, was a bit of a sellout, and we saw Murdoch defeat Ryan Rapid to become the new PCW champion. WrestleRock showed out. It was a good show. I managed Mad Dog at Peak Pro Wrestling, and then he had to shoot off to WrestleRock and join Gore over there. And they'd been put in a tag match against JXT and a few others, so that was a good. And of course, Axe Massacre is the new WrestleRock champion, defeating Tali. And we'll see how long that lasts because, of course, at WrestleRock, don't mention you've got a partner or anything because that'll really limit your, news stories and stuff like that. But just, if you're going to WrestleRock and you're winning, don't mention you got a boyfriend or girlfriend. They don't like that over there. Pete Pro...
Two title changes over there, brother. I think it was Ali Catch who won it off Tali, and then Axe won it off Ali Catch. So very much... utilizing the international talent before they leave the territory kind of thing.
That's it. That's it. And so, as I said, Michael, with all the info, he knows exactly what's going on. Hey, I mean, and the guy's not even in Melbourne, and he knows what's more going on than me, of course. But that's not hard.
There was a lot of wrestling in Melbourne on the weekend. So
there was. I myself, I was at Peak Pro, and where Jackson Redacted beated Mad Dog for the CCC title, and then Will Walker came out at the end and beat a six. It was the winner walking out of a 6-man, Cooked Cunt Classic title. They did it a bit differently this year, and I tell you what, Raneem, I don't know if he's shilled out or whatever, but he was dressed in all the ACW gear. He's turned full corporate shill there, Michael, and I tell you, it didn't go down well with his crowd. The fucking fuck Raneem chants were going out at Peak Pro Wrestling. Hey, they were not happy that Raneem was like, he wears the deathmatch down under hat every week.
Didn't care.
But didn't care. Put on the Australian Championship wrestling garb, and I'll show you the photo here. And my God, did the crowd turn on him. By the end of the night, Sid Parker had them all chanting "fuck Raneem," hey, at his own show, corporate Raneem.
Hey,
but
look, maybe fans just letting him know where they sit. You know what I mean? Maybe he's got to think about his allegiances and where he's going to be in the next 6 months. So
that's it. Allegiance to his own show. Well, speaking of ACW, the tickets are back online. So they had a bit of a ticketing problem, but now they're back online. So you can get your tickets to see Mustafa Ali on the September the 4th, and now it's a TV taping. Another company in Australia is having a crack at the big time at the TV taping. So, I mean, probably closer this time than I guess. And we're going to get Grand Theft Auto 6 before we get the OPW TV tapings, aren't we, Michael?
The way there's going, because I think theirs is around like the end of the year in November. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out first. So the world might have stopped by the time OPW gets their TV tapings going, but I'll probably still go have a look because I'm insane.
I think it'd be nice. It'd be good if you're in the area. You definitely got to check it out. Just to see the format, see how they run it, see what their ideas are to move forward with it. Because the AWC ran their TV tapings. They're still working on that to get that out.
Boom.
And boom. That's right. And then ACW is going to be doing their own TV taping. So.
Yeah, in Melbourne nonetheless, at the Melbourne Pavilion. So September the 4th, those tickets are available, but also Allstars August 9th in Padstow has been announced, where our friend of the show, Lee Morrow, will be performing. So go check out Lee Morrow, maybe taking on Keegan, who knows? You can only guess at this point. Got a lot of belts. Yeah, got a lot of defenses coming up as young Keegan. Hey.
No, I got a feeling we're not going to see Keegan on All-Star Wrestling anytime soon. Just putting that out there. But we'll see.
That's the ACW All-Stars. See, the S is all the difference.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're definitely not seeing Keegan on All-Star Wrestling, but you'll be seeing him all over All-Stars Wrestling. Hey, the S is the big thing that keeps the lawyers back and separated. Hey.
Yep.
It's just
makes a point of difference.
Makes it all kosher. Hey, so. But let's get on to a couple of the what's happening, because it was a big weekend last week, and the Riot City Rumble. And Matt Hayter is now Grand Slam champion, winning the, Michael, you said the Riot City Emerald Championship. Was that correct?
He did. That's right. He won the Emerald Crown, and I think that he became a Grand Slam champion. Like, if anyone was going to do it, it would be Hayter.
Oh, and didn't he take to social media, letting everyone know that he was the one holding this fucking shit up for the last 9 years or so, hey? So, Matt Hayter not afraid to let everyone know that he is all 4 pillars of Riot City Wrestling.
It's funny, though. I didn't expect Matt Hayter to win any championships in Australia anytime soon. I thought he'd be long gone. Like, I thought he was gearing up to be gone. So maybe he's taking it with him. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, no, he's one of those guys I feel is not long for Australia.
Why would you want to give yourself extra hand luggage?
Some people dig it. You know what I mean? It's just like something to talk about with the customs people. What the fuck is this? So it's my shiny belt.
Well, speaking of confirmations who's not coming back, the Dropouts are going to be basically going to WWE next. Yes, they're going to the Performance Centre in Orlando to learn how to wrestle again. The Dropouts are starting from square one, and they'll be on NXT sometime in the not too distant future. We hope. I don't know. They're going to WWE NXT. Ask TM61 how that worked out.
Yeah. Also ask Bronson Reed how that worked out.
Yep, you
Worked
know,
out pretty good. You know,
the bro only got fired fucking before he got rehired.
Hey, but he's still there and he's injured at the moment. I'm hyped for his return. Like, he's looking like an animal online. Like, so maybe the Dropouts will hang out with him for a bit and get the rub and get on.
I think Bronson's got time for the Dropouts, especially a man with a broken leg. That'll stop you dead in your tracks, hey? But back to the Australian wrestling scene, New South Wales. Let's hear it for Integrity. They sold out, so that was pretty good to see. Let's hear it for Newy Pro. They sold out with the Rumble in the Jungle. Great venue, and maybe not the greatest Rumble we've seen in the last few weeks or last month, let's say, with PWA, Progressive Wrestling Australia, and MCW, Ballroom Brawl, having to follow that. So, yeah.
There's a lot of Rumbles. It's Rumble season.
It is Rumble season, and spoiler for later for Don's wrap up. It's not stopping anytime soon. There's plenty more to come.
It's not over.
It's not. No. Let's get ruthless with those Rumbles, so to speak. Hey, but I watched the Purge during the week. Did anyone see the Purge? I caught Solomon Blackwell was the winner. Yeah, Solomon Blackwell took it out to become the Purge champion. So that was pretty cool. Solomon Blackwell looked like he was either going to drop a single or go straight to the clubs right after he won the Purge. Hey, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, and I caught IWA, Rita Stone, coming off the top rope and taking out all 20 men. So I don't know if that was the entire locker room, but it certainly looked like something. What is going on in New South Wales, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, on the weekend, I was lucky enough to have Scott Justice come down to Peak, and I was able to manage Scott Justice and get him on side. And he rang me up the next day and said, hey, guess what? Australian Wrestling Allstars are sold out. So Superstars sold out. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, very cool.
They're getting over 500 people there. And Deadly Shot Kasai, or DSK as he's better known, has taken off the mask for 14 years. Yep, that thing would smell after wearing that for 14 years. So, you know, you probably got to get it off down there.
I'm sure he cleans it. It's not just the, you wear and put in the bag and then put it back on, because you get complaints from guys backstage when you have smelly gear.
You know there's guys like that. You know there's guys like that.
Yeah, but they get told. No one's sitting there going, oh, I don't want to wrestle him because his gear smells. They turn around and say, hey, man, get your stuff, put it in the washing machine. If it falls apart, we don't care. But you are going to clean that shit. Like, stop it.
That actually sounds like you've told someone to clean their gear around. Now, Michael, I have to ask you, as you're ring announcing and standing there next to the competitors at the very beginning of a match, have you ever got a quarter of a whiff up your nose and just gone, well, that ain't right, brother?
Fortunately, no. But there's a lot of sense in the air. So like, it's just the atmosphere in general. You just take it as part of like the vibe of the night. It
could be someone
all-encompassing.
Could be someone in the front row. Right. Could be a guy in the match. Yeah. Could be Jake Malone. No, it's never Jake Malone. We love Jake Malone.
No.
That's right. If you're standing next to Michael and he's twitching, you could just be the vibe of the night, unfortunately. So that, you got to look out for that. But of course, Rock and Roll Wrestling was also on, and Ken Dunlop has said in his review of Rock and Roll Wrestling, so go and check that. But I'm going to definitely read out the main event according to Ken, because it was interesting in itself. The main event, a no DQ match between Lee Morrow and Morgan Rose, two experienced workers at their prime. Lee is so over with the crowd, a great to and fro, and a bit outside, interference, tables, rubbish bins, and chairs. Some of those hits in the head with the rubbish bin lids made me cringe and yell out, CTE! A great way to finish the show. An excellent afternoon of Australian wrestling at Campbelltown RSL. That's right. So thanks for Ken Dunlop, friend of the show, and check out Ken's interview if you can, if you've got a bit of spare time. And yeah, Ken's always worried about the CTE and always yelling that out at events when someone's getting a big noggin head smash. So that's good to see. That hasn't changed.
Just cares about the boys, you know. He's a good
bloke. That's
It
it.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good bloke. And no, as you said, cares about the boys, cares about the fellas, and everyone knows Ken and has a word to Ken when they see him. Hey, but I tell you what, during the week, I saw a weird thing on AEW, and I hope this doesn't catch on here in Australia. But do we care if Hangman has had a vasectomy?
No, you showed me that photo, and I'm like, that's interesting fact, I guess. It actually takes me back to the Matt Hardy version 1 when he would have his little interesting Matt
Little
facts.
factoids.
Yeah. But I don't think that's necessarily. I mean, what was it in front of a big match, or was just him coming out to do a promo? Like,
I think it was just on Collision Course, hey? Yeah, just welcome back to Collision Course. You know, you've had a vasectomy.
And these whole promos about planting seeds in AEW, it was just very like, yeah.
No seeds. There are no seeds being planted.
Yeah, we're good for seeds, thank Hangman. Hey,
When the river runs dry, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, when the river runs dry and Jack and the Beanstalk get a run on prime time, it's questions to be asked. Hey, well, Don, if you could give us the wrap, and then later in the week we'll be presenting Michael Lee's mid-year audit, which is basically an audit on the digital advertising of the scene so far this year. Is it?
Not just this year or lack thereof. And I wanted to make sure I did this with you guys in particular, and because of a conversation I had with Don. I don't know if you remember this. This is from a few months ago.
Shit.
Where no, it's a good one. Where I gave you guys the rundown of shows, and one of the shows that was missing on an event once was an EPW Academy show, and I was just like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. And then you messaged me back like, no, it means we need to work on our marketing.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow,
And
look at me.
I've never seen any I've never not seen an EPW Academy show prominently posted with enough time since then, and it kind of got me thinking over these last few weeks about, like, if I'm having trouble, someone who every week is religiously going through everyone's social media and I can't find stuff, then you need to, for the first time viewer, how easy are you making for them to actually watch stuff? So I've come up with a few things, so that's kind of where my brainchild is for later on for you guys.
Yeah, we'll definitely check that out when it comes out later in the week. But Don, give us the wrap and get us out of here so we can talk to Michael Lee about people's digital printing and
digital footprint. Yeah, that's good. All right, guys, thanks for staying on this long. We're about to hit the wrap around the country. If there is wrestling in Australia, you're about to hear all about it. If you're in New South Wales, Suplex Pro Wrestling is at the Suplex Arena in East Maitland, Friday, July 17th. Newcastle Pro Wrestling has Breakout at the Hamilton North Bowling Club, Saturday, July 18th. Rock and Roll Wrestling's Rock and Roll Rumble, there's the Rumble again, is at the Goulburn Workers Club, Saturday, July 18th. Wrestle Strong Dojo, 30 Years of Draven, so it's a big celebration of Draven, is at the Perth Gales Club and Rosehill Bowling Club, Saturday, July 18th. Wrestling Go is at the Blacktown PCYC, Sunday, July 19th. Queensland, if you're in that area, Queensland Wrestling Alliance have Axe to Grind at the Warehouse in Townsville, Saturday, July 18th. And Wrestling Allegiance Rockhampton have Winter Warfare. Oh, there's another one. Winter Warfare. At the Great Western Hotel, Saturday, July 18th. If you're in South Australia, Adelaide Championship Wrestling has Heart of War at the Estonian Hall in North Adelaide. Saturday.
Yeah, that looks to be a good one down at Adelaide Championship Wrestling. So that's the only one on in South Australia this week.
So, get on down there if you're in South Australia and you want to see some quality wrestling. If you're in Victoria, Pete Pro Wrestling have Kill Will at the Adrenaline Zone in Seaford, Friday, July 17th. Alpha Pro Wrestling have Energy 27 and Ruthless Rumble, another Rumble if you're up for some more rumbling, at the Brimbank Anglican Church in Keilor, Saturday, July 18th. Platinum Enterprises Reloaded is at Legacy HQ in Pakenham, Saturday, July 18th. And if you're in WA, STW, Southern Territory Wrestling, has Destined for Victory at the Warnbro Community and Rec Centre, Saturday, July 18th, where you can see the Don defend his Southern Cross Championship against the great George Malenko. It's going to be a hell of a night. So if you're in the Warnbro area or the surrounds, make sure you get down, get a ticket, and cheer me, boo me, whatever. Buy my merch. That's all I ask.
There's definitely been a bit of advertising around for this week, Don, for the Southern Territory Wrestling. So the guys are obviously pumping out the info. Not so sure about the Rumble result, but you explained that behind the scenes, so I'll live with it.
Yep, makes sense. Does what it does.
Yep.
But yeah, big thanks to Michael Lee for coming on the show today. Excited to talk about the wrestling digital media footprint shortly, so that we can have that out there this week. Thanks, Scar, for doing your thing that you do, and thanks everyone for tuning in.
Not dying.
Hey.
Not dying.
Yeah, please, stop almost dying over the next couple of weeks for us, so we can keep this thing rumbling. And thanks everyone for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and if you're not, let us know. Tell us what we're doing good. Tell us what we're doing wrong, and we'll either listen to you or we won't. Let's just see how it goes. If you are going to any of those shows this weekend, please get along, buy a ticket. That money funds the show, makes it bigger and better production, better venues and stuff like that. So if you're enjoying it, make sure you get around it. Also, if you like a particular wrestler, make sure you hit the merch desk, buy their shirt, buy their 8x10, because that money funds their wrestling dream. It helps them get to where they want to be in wrestling. And you can be one of those people that says, I bought that guy's shirt before he made it to wherever they make it to. Thanks again everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.